Very kindly join me. We've just seen Lim's Kosciuszko out on the track looking well. Dan, great to see you back again. Obviously 12 months on from bringing the horse last year to run in the sprint. You must be pleased to be back.
Very happy, a privilege to be back, Nick, and get another opportunity now over 1600. But it's last time a Singapore horse will be here, so it's a sad occasion as well. But we're very proud of our champion who's done everything right. Hopefully he can showcase his ability on Sunday.
Yeah, he has got tons of it, of course. What was the takeaway, Dan, from last year? Obviously, I know, having spoke to you in private, you said there were certain things that you've tweaked, things that you've learnt, of course, and I guess we're always doing that, aren't we?
You've got to learn, Nick, don't you? And I blame myself. I probably thought about it too much when I got the call up, and I changed his training back in Singapore, and it didn't really suit him. So fortunate enough to get another go this year, and I did exactly what we would do back home, gave him a gallop, gave him a trial, and came here and just made sure he's cantering, he's focused, and he's getting benefit out of his work. And look, I'm really happy with him this year, Nick.
I mean, you're obviously a well-seasoned trainer, but I guess when you do come like this, or anywhere, maybe to a Breeders' Cup or a Royal Ascot, it's probably not, it's probably easy enough just to get sort of wrapped up in the whole event and maybe rush into things, I suppose. But I guess now that you've got an older horse and you're stepping him up in trip, there is that bit of difference here.
For sure, and he's a year old. I probably brought him here a year too early. Since he's gone back to Singapore, he's just been dominant. And I know it's different form, I understand that, but he couldn't do anything more than what he's done, from 1200 to 2000, poly to turf. So it's a real privilege that they invited us back, and Greg Carpenter was fantastic in talking to me about it and gave me good confidence to come back. So looking forward to it, but quite nervous at the same time.
Oh, naturally. I mean, it's a very good, strong race. It's a big meeting. Talking of his performances, granted, there are different form lines. It's always hard to pull those threads together here when you've got Japanese, European, Singaporean, French, wherever. But, I mean, for those that haven't seen his Gold Cup, I think it's well worth a watch, because that was probably, for mine, his career best. Would you think the same?
I agree. I agree, Nick. His first time 2,000 metres, 16 out of 16, new jockey, and 58 kilos. It was a terrific ride, and it was a terrific gutsy win by a horse that, if you look at him, he's very plain, he's very simple, but I can't see why he's good. It must be inside, it must be his heart, big lungs, and he just fights. And last year we didn't see the best of him. I got it a bit wrong. Hopefully I can turn that around and he can run as good as he can and showcase the Singapore, one last chance for Singapore to be on the world stage.
Yeah, no, obviously that is very much the sadder angle coming into it, of course. But let's focus on the positives. Obviously, he's had that trial. He looked to trial well. What does he do from now on in? Obviously, I read somewhere that you just want to sort of tick him over. Don't overthink things, like you've said. Yeah,
he's never galloped in the week of his race ever in his life. He's always done a trial, like I did last Thursday, and he trialled really well. He got enough benefit out of that trial. So this year, I'm just making sure that his slow work, he does it with a bit of oomph and make sure he carries himself and tick over, but he's got to work within himself, and he's fit, he's ready to go, and he's just got to be good enough on the day.
Left no stones unturned as well. I noticed CC Wong, Jimmy Wong's the man riding him this year as well in his Trackwork.
Yeah, he's unfortunately out on suspension, but he has rode him in, I think, 5 Group 1 wins, and he rode him every day for 10 months. So it's a great experience for CC, because he's a very good jockey and he's never been here before, and it's just good that a person from Singapore can come and get experience before we close.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I think it was Colonial Chief in '89. Singapore had a winner here. So, look, there is a bit of Singaporean history here, and it's great to have you here. Great to have your horse here and everybody involved. Mr. Lim Siao Mong, I imagine he flies in for the weekend?
Yes, he is. He's coming in, but I think I just got a message that he's pretty sick. So we'll just have to work that out. But his family's coming, and I'm looking forward to spending the day. It's going to be a great day.
I hope he gets well soon. Your horse looks extremely well. You do as well, Dan. Great to have you here, and best of luck.
Thanks, Nick. Cheers, mate.